Alright mates, how's it going? In today's video, chapter 19 of Illidan by William King. Illidan's best day ever continues as he finds the thing and does some stuff. So let's go!
Die, Desecrator!
Illidan decapitated the Moarg ambusher with one casual stroke of his warglaives, and then continued his way through the central archive of the Dreadlords. Countless obsidian discs were stacked up high on either side of the room, each of which contained records of important Burning Legion stuff. But there was only one disc in particular that Illidan was interested in finding. He'd asked the demon hunters to wait outside the room, hold the doorway. He'd be out in about 5 minutes or something. Illidan then crossed his arms and began to weave a spell. Tendrils of magic flashed from his hands to the towers of discs, and as they connected, images and splinters of knowledge appeared in his mind. Every triumph, every conquest, every plot. These were the living memories of the Nathrezim race. And as the betrayer scanned his way through them, he began to understand the system in which the discs had been organised. The oldest discs were located near the bottom of each stack, and the oldest stacks were located closest to the centre of the room. So he sent his magical tendrils racing towards the middle stacks, because he was looking for old knowledge. Suddenly, Illidan became aware of the sounds of fighting. They seemed like they were coming from a great distance away, but he knew that was only because of the spell linking him to the archive. His forces were engaged by enemy reinforcements right outside the door. He was going to need to finish this quickly, or else he and his army weren't going to be leaving this planet. And then, he found something. He could see the seal of Argus. He could sense the brutal fury of Archimonde, and the subtle, intricate mind of Kil'jaeden. Even though he knew they weren't actually here, in this moment, he very nearly lashed out with his warglaives. With a mighty heave of his muscles, he tore the specific disc from the tower, and then smirked like an idiot. He was going to give the Nathrezim something to remember him by. So he drew on all of his strength, and completely trashed the shit out of the entire room. A demonic glee pulsed through Illidan's mind at the thought of just how pissed off and upset the Dreadlords would be when they saw this. Although a part of him did mourn the loss of so much knowledge. More sounds of fighting came from the entrance, which served to remind Illidan that it was probably time to cheese it. So he exited the room and addressed his followers.
To me, my soldiers, it is time to leave this foul place. We've got what we came for.
Illidan and his demon hunters then battled their way back to the portal that had brought them here. There were obstacles that would need to be taken care of before they could reach their exit. For example, a bunch of imps were shooting fire at them from above, and there were still quite a few enemies blocking the path ahead. Plus, more and more gateways were opening behind them, with more and more Burning Legion reinforcements pouring through.
Varadis, take a company and clear those ridges.
The demon hunter trainer nodded and then gestured, and he and his followers then bounded up the hillside, doing flips and stuff. Whilst they made short work of the imps, the main body of Illidan's forces continued to try and break their way through.
Form up a wedge. We cut our way free.
The demon hunters all nodded their approval and charged, and although the demon blockade held for a little bit, it soon went down, and the way back to Outland was clear. Illidan took one last look back at Nathrezim before stepping through. There were so many demonic fighters pouring through portals across the entire horizon, and as he looked at them, he laughed. He then stepped through the portal and immediately spoke words of unbinding. The massive gateway unravelled in a furious discharge of energy, with all the backblast directed onto the Nathrezim side. It was Illidan's final gift to them, a massive explosion, one that was not all that different from that which shattered Draenor into the broken realm it was now. So basically, he inflicted the greatest defeat the Burning Legion had suffered in millennia, and he felt pretty damn pleased about it. Today really had been bloody amazing. He'd captured Maiev. He'd invaded the realm of the Dreadlords and acquired their most closely kept secret. He'd destroyed the armies that had been sent to protect that realm, and if his calculations were correct, he'd then destroyed the realm itself, which kind of makes you wonder why he bothered trashing the central archive, but whatever.
Today, we have shown the Burning Legion that they are not immune to our vengeance.
The demon hunters slowly began to cheer like maniacs. They'd been completely focused on fighting and surviving up to this point, but now they could finally appreciate their victory.
We have slain thousands, and then lured their armies into a trap that killed 100 times that number. And we have this.
Illidan then held the disc he'd taken from the archives in the air, and it sparkled, and all the demon hunters were like, ooh.
We have found the key to the homeworld of Kil'jaeden and Archimonde, a place where the Legion commanders can finally be slain. We have uncovered the location of Argus.
And we're leaving it there! Okay, so next chapter, we're back with Maiev. She wakes up and has to process everything that happened a few videos ago. So that'll be nice. As usual, link in the description if you're interested in buying this book. Also, there's links to my Discord server and my Patreon page too. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, all of that bollocks. And all that's left to say is, thanks for watching, and see ya!